Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have episode number 10 of the I Rate Your Team series. And first things first, I just gotta say the support on this week's episode was crazy. 64, or around 64 entries is just insane. And this tweet alone had 17,000 views on it. So shout out to everyone who, enjoys the episodes, replies to the tweets and just shows love in general. Shout out to you guys for real. But speaking of our shout out of the day today goes to my man Tupac for life. He commented the emoji on last video. And if you want a chance, we shout it out in the next one. Let's comment the alien emoji. So my strategy for today's video, and wait, by the way, if you want a chance to be a part of the next episode, make sure you are following me on Twitter right there at FerdyHK or link in the description. And every single Friday I put this tweet up, and all you're going to want to do is just reply with a picture of your team. It is that simple. But back to my strategy. My strategy for today's video is to try to get through as many teams as fast as possible, with this being the biggest week so far. It might not be the most in-depth breakdowns per team, but I am definitely going to try to give as many teams ratings as I can and still try to share my thoughts along the way. So yeah, so let's get right into the video, and hopefully we can get through at least half of these teams. That would be amazing. Okay, getting started with my man Ben's team. He has a full Browns team. So Raheem Mostert on the full Browns team, OBJ on a full theme team, 93 speed is crazy. Does have a cheat at quarterback, which is understandable because they don't have a good quarterback at all right now. So you have Harrison Bryant, Cedric Tillman, David Njoku. O-line is actually not that awful for a full theme team. It's not that bad. And you have a quarterback, Jalen Ramsey, Martin Emerson, Rondé Barber. Okay, this team right here, offensively, it's really good. On defense, definitely needs some work, but again, that's not really your fault. That's just the upgrades that that your team has received. So I'm gonna give this team pretty good. I'm gonna give it like an 8-3. 8-3 for this squad. Again, the recommendation here is just wait for more Browns upgrades. That's all I can really say there. And next up, we have my man Trev's team. Most of my players are in specials, and right now I'm working on coins. Team's expensive. So I'd imagine, yes, he's a 25 Patriots, 25 Seattle team, which are two of the better theme teams in the game right now. But yes, they're very expensive theme teams. And if you're someone that, either can't play the game a lot or can't put money into the game, whatever the case is, Seattle's one of the most expensive theme teams in the game. And again, EA figured out the method. Everyone that grew up being a Seattle Seahawks fan or became a Seattle Seahawks fan in 2013 now have credit cards, and they can, make their own financial decisions. So they're profiting off of that right now. Adrian Peterson today, or when you're watching this yesterday, those are just a couple examples. So this team right here, obviously grind the coin stack up. But the way it looks right now, this team is probably, I see the vision. I see where it's going, but this team right here is probably like a 6-6 the way it stands right now. Next up, we have my man Zeke's team, which is probably going to be pretty nasty. If you watch yesterday's video, opening up all the treats and things like that, Zeke's team, Zeke was the guy who, I was on his account, and he had all the treats, and he's already on his way back up at 76,000. He's already climbing. And he does have a 25 Vikes team, and I know for a fact that he does have Adrian Peterson. So Adrian Peterson's there, Jamar Chase, Randy Moss, DK Metcalf. That's really nice right there. And he says, guys like John Randall and Diggs wouldn't play anyway. Okay, interesting. Andrew Luck, probably the best, as far as in the pocket, he's the best non-high route master QB in the game right now. If you want to be more mobile, I like Vic. But, I shared my thoughts in a previous video about the whole quarterback landscape right now. Paul Krause, Darrelle Revis. I wonder who he's using. He's probably using like Jared Allen, Vita Vea, Myles Garrett, Daniel Hunter. And I would definitely probably use John Randall. John Randall gets inside stuff, right? Does John Randall not get inside stuff? Because if he does, I feel like John Randall would just be, just better than Vita Vea, especially on your team. I feel like he does get inside stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised you're not using John Randall, especially with the good acceleration and things like that. I feel like acceleration on defensive linemen or defensive tackles is really, really good. So maybe give John Randall a try if you haven't tried him yet. That's really the only tip here. So obviously, he wins games. So maybe that could be a little helpful for him. But we're gonna give Zeke's team this team is probably like a 9-6, 9-7. Okay, let's try getting into these teams a little bit faster. I know I can. So most feared team looks pretty good. Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, OBJ, Marshawn Lynch, which, hopefully, if you have a most feared team, Adrian Peterson is definitely still better, 100%. High route master, Joe Montana, Darrelle Revis, Devontae Maddox, Rondé Barber. And, I would probably go get Adrian Peterson because Adrian Peterson what you could do is just put the evasive X factor on him, and it's free. So you will be able to get jukebox and evasive, and maybe throw like 1 AP somewhere else. I'm not sure where you would put it, but maybe, I don't even know, probably Joe Montana. Probably I've seen some 7 AP setups with Joe, so maybe go there. But you could save an AP there by getting Adrian Peterson, which I don't hate. But this team right here, I'm gonna give it like a 9-5. 9-5 for this squad. Looks pretty. No, it's probably better than a 9-5. Probably a little better than a 9-5. We'll go 9. I'll go 9-6 for this squad. Next up is Jackson's team. 35 Washington. Don't care for 50-50 because I have who I want. Okay, that's fair. And yeah, Commanders' offense is not that great. They, of course, did get Adrian Peterson today, and a lot of theme teams did. So once you add Adrian Peterson, the coin stack might not allow that. But Adrian Peterson added to the team eventually with this team right here. All right, this team looks to me like a give it a high 8, 8-8 for this team. Alex Kraft's team, 30 most feared. Cup, Chase, Derrick Henry, Justin Fields, the free one, Ben Skoranek, with Travis Kelce, Darrelle Revis, Marcus Peters, Ramsey, Hooker. The mystery players there, and then you got Budda Baker, Isaiah Palamau, and Anthony Walker as the user. So this team right here, we're gonna go with a 9. We're gonna go with a 9 for this squad. Moving on to Jackson's team, 25 Niners and Chiefs, which should be a very good theme team. From Packers which is a very good playbook in 460. Hoping to get more defensive upgrades soon. Wish Willis wasn't so expensive. Yeah, Patrick Willis is still very expensive. But Niners Chiefs is going to be really, really nice. The receivers look pretty good. Juju Smith-Schuster kind of phasing out, even with his speed on a +1. But CMC is still a demon. If you want to use Brock Purdy, go for it. If you don't need Hot Route Master, you know, I still might go Joe. If you don't need Hot Route Master, but Purdy's still pretty solid. He's not awful at all. He's got Kittle there, 2 on the theme team. Reavers on the theme team. Peters on the theme team. Dion on the theme team, and yeah, he doesn't have Patrick Willis, which is going to hurt him a little bit. And also no safety. He probably has some guys in special stuff, I have to imagine. Yeah, Isaiah Palamau probably does play free safety for him, but maybe not because he's usering one of them. So he might actually use Juan Thornhill because he has a lurker on Palamau. So I'm not sure really how he's working it, but I'm going to give this team, the way it looks right now, this team is it's pretty solid. I'm going to give it like I would go 9 on this squad. I would go 9. Next up, we have EA. Okay, interesting name. Chiefs most feared, which is very good. So switch between Chiefs, Eagles, and Jets on offense. 3 good playbooks, 4-6 specialists. Yep. Okay. Wait, what did he say there? Specialists are important, so Budda and Peters don't see the field. Definitely copying AP tomorrow. Yep. AP. Okay. Yeah. Most feared theme team. +1 speed Cooper Kupp, +1 speed Jamar Chase. +1 speed, +1 speed, +1 really everywhere. And then you have Kyle Pitts, Travis Kelce. This team looks really, really good. And if you add Adrian Peterson to this team, you know, 25 most feared, it's going to be quite nasty. This team's probably like an 9-4. 9-4 I'd give this team. And it's definitely better than this most feared team because he also has Niners with it. Oh, it's not even a most feared team. Wait, my bad. Oh, no, yeah, it is. I'm looking at this team. Yeah, okay. I was going to say. And then here are the specialists. He's Terrell Bernard, Lurk Artist, and Dave Robinson as well. Wow, okay, that's actually really, really good. So, yeah, this team right here is probably like a 9-8. It really is that good. Next up, Maximum Bart's team. He's got Niners, Eagles offense, 4-6 defense, most feared team. Considering most feared theme team. The most feared theme team, the only problem with the most feared theme team, in my opinion, is just the price tag. And if you want to get a full potential most feared theme team, they're obviously very good. They're all like the top overall cards in the game right now are getting, you know, 7 upgrades a week per theme team, which is insane. No other theme team ever could do that. You know, get, you know, 7 or 8 top tier upgrades each week. It's just not possible. You know, last drop was not good, but still they're better. You know, they're top tier cards still in the game. Yeah, that's probably the only thing that scares me about a most feared team is the price tag and kind of keeping up with it. Maybe after the promo is done on you know, next Thursday, maybe I'll consider it, you know, kind of line it up and see what I can do instead of, you know, that's probably what I would do if I wanted to build a most feared team. But you know, this team looks really good, man. Niners theme team, you got Charles Cross, who I think is a must-have. If you've watched previous years of me playing Madden, I think he's like a must-have, like Vernon Davis or Creed Humphrey's card was in previous Madden 22, I believe it was. Or was it last year? No, it was Madden 22, I think. The Sugar Rush cards. Like, I think Charles Cross is pretty close to that. I think he's pretty much a must-have. Like, the way he changes the run game and like his speed is so good. And again, fast linemen this year are the move. They are. If you want to justify buying an expensive lineman, make sure he has good speed. So this team right here, Niners theme team with most feared. It doesn't look to be that great of a team. I would probably end up giving this team like an 8-4. 8-4 for this team. But yeah, the only problem with most feared is, like I said, the price point, the price point to entry. Next up, we got a Bills. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Lions team. No money spent. Lions team. Lions fan. 550K missed a week, so it won't get Fields until some time. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So, Lions team. I ran this team. He does not have Jerry Jacobs, which, you know, if you have a Lions team, he's one of their better corners, but he doesn't play that good. I will say that right now. Of course, Calvin Johnson and now Adrian Peterson is in the game. So, Lions team, would I use Jerry Jacobs on a team over Marcus Peters? It's actually pretty close. I would think he's better than Okudah, though. Probably not better than full Ramsey. So that's probably what I would say there. Then you have Malcolm Rodriguez, who you probably don't use. And then, okay, this team right here, just because the Lions team is just not that good right now. And also, I mean, they're not bad. If you had Adrian Peterson, that would definitely make the team look a lot better. But of course, money spent, it's tough to get a guy like Adrian Peterson. It just is. Like, that's the reality of it. Like, the first week the card comes out, it's tough to get your hands on him. And with him being an LTD, it's going to be tough to get your hands on the card. And it really is up in the air for a lot of people if they can get AP or not, because it depends on what cards EA is going to drop. If they drop a good running back next week or even Monday, his price might go down another 200K. But if they starve us like what happened with Bo Jackson, I could see Adrian Peterson getting back up to like 1.3 and kind of sitting there like Patrick Willis does, like Patrick Willis is right now. And the crazy thing about Patrick Willis is that he still is expensive, even though we've had lurk artists come out already who are pretty similar to him, pretty close to him. Some debatably better, honestly. But that's probably not true. But I'm gonna give this team right here. This team right here is probably like it's like a low 8. It's like an 8. I'm gonna give this team an 8 right there. I'm gonna give that team an 8 right there. Next up, we have Niners, Rams. Rams team really good. Niners team also really, really nice. No Odell Beckham. I think that's pretty much a must-have on the Rams team. If you're gonna build a Rams team, try to get your hands on Odell Beckham Jr. Everything else would look really, really good if you just either move Cup down, or, and get rid of Jerry Rice, then get Odell Beckham Jr. That'll boost this team's rating. Me having a Rams team as well. The problem is the offensive line. They're just not very good. So if you pair them with you're pairing them with a pretty good team here. They have some decent offensive linemen with 85 and 86, which is still pretty good at this point of the year. And then you have Vernon Davis, Tyler Higbee, 2 good tight ends with Joe Montana, Jalen Ramsey on the Rams team, Charles Woodson, Avonte Maddox. So no boost there. I don't hate Dion. I think Dion might be able to find a way onto this team. But maybe try to get him at safety is what I would say, because John Johnson's not cutting it at safety. Eric Berry's a good cheat there. Maybe Talanoa. You probably use Talanoa and Eric Berry over the top, and probably user say out, and then it's probably Micah, Hargrave, Donald off an edge. I'm not sure what else you're really using on defense. But this team looks pretty solid. I think this team's probably like a 8-9. I would give this team an 8-9. And the addition of Odell Beckham, a top tier receiver with +1 speed, 92 speed Odell Beckham Jr. I think does boost the team up to like a 9-3. So I would try to get your hands on him. And also the defense could use a little bit of work as well, like at safety and things like that. I don't know what your specialist tab looks like, but I would hope it's filled with some cheats and some better safeties. Next up, we have Matthew's team. What do we have right now? 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Okay, we got Matthew, 25 Hawks, U Trips and Dollar, Patso 4-6. Okay, and if this is a full Seattle team, it will look really, really nice. Woodson, Ramsey, Trey Brown. Okay, U Trips, Dollar. So Dollar means he's running a lot of DB, so he's got Sherman down there, which I would imagine he's still using. Sean Taylor, you got Palomalu and Palomau, and yep, okay, that looks good to me. Probably doesn't use any of the linebackers in Dollar. And then you have Randy Moss, DK Metcalf, Calvin Johnson, Marshawn Lynch, Geno Smith, Derrick Henry. Again, I don't think it's even close. If you have a Seattle theme team and you have the coins, which I'm not sure if this guy would even have the coins right now. Like, what did Adrian Peterson do to Marshawn Lynch? I actually didn't even look at this. He's probably like, yeah, he's under 300K right now. 90 overall, under 300K. With Adrian Peterson coming out, I mean, his price is, it was already kind of down before this week, but yeah, Marshawn Lynch's card isn't, like, he's just a high overall card. He doesn't really have anything else going for him. His speed was good, his acceleration was good, but then, this man came out, and he's just insane. So, if you have a Seattle team, you definitely have to go get your hands on Adrian Peterson, 100%. So this team right here, the way it looks right now, yeah, 25 Seattle's good. You have DK, Calvin. I would give this team right here the way it looks right now without Adrian Peterson. Probably like a 9-9-1, 9-9-1, somewhere in that range. Maybe a little bit lower. Probably a little bit lower than that, honestly. I'll give it an 8-8. 8-8. Next up, we got a Jets. Oh, multiple D. Jets 30 out of 50. So it's probably going to be Jets and God Squad because the Jets don't have anyone really good right now on offense besides Mike Vick. So you have Mike Vick, a good O-line, all, non-Jet receivers, DK Metcalf. I would maybe try to get my hands. You don't have enough coins to try to get your hands on Kyle Pitts. But, Kyle Pitts is pretty solid. And then you have Antonio Cromartie, Darrelle Revis, who's obviously two good Jets players. Ed Reed can definitely still play on the Jets team. Leonard Williams, and you got Quentin Williams there too. So I wonder, okay, so if I'm you, what I would do is I would try to get Kyle Pitts. And the way I would do this, I probably would sell Tyreek Hill, and I would sell Aiden Hutchinson as well. If you can sell your Aiden Hutchinson, an 87 overall card, who, unless you have like a 25 Lions with someone else team, I don't think it's really worth having right now for his price. I sold my Aiden Hutchinson for like 250. If you can sell him for like 250 and then also sell Tyreek Hill with already 100K, you're getting closer to Kyle Pitts range. The only problem with Pitts is that he's just so good and will be for a while. So that's probably a little tip there for you. We can get you, pretty much on the price point there. So I would try to Kyle Pitts. It's probably the next upgrade I would make on offense. Defense looks pretty solid though, pretty similar to mine. And then that's probably, I like Pitts way better than Tyreek Hill in this game. But other than that, looks pretty solid. I'm going to give this team, the 30 Jets God Squad team, let's give it a 9. Let's give it a 9. Looks pretty good. Next up, we have Noel Pye's team, Ravens-Niners. Okay, Ravens-Niners are getting really, really good. Two top-tier theme teams, obviously. Ricard, Hester, Jerry. Okay, Ravens, again, same thing. I would try to get my hands on Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham, I don't think is... let me check his price real quick, because I didn't think he was... I don't think he's worth this. Maybe tomorrow his price, tomorrow when you're watching this, his price will drop a little bit, come down from 600K, but looking at the wide receiver landscape outside of one of Odell's theme teams, I don't think he's worth buying. I just don't think he is. I think he's actually a bad buy outside of a theme team when Jamar Chase is cheaper and does the same thing. But again, maybe his price does drop on Monday. So that's what I'd say about Odell Beckham. But if you have one of his theme teams, you should get him, and you should get him +1 speed. That's what you should do. So I'm going to give, Ravens Niners team looks very good across the board. So I'm going to give this team let's go with even without Odell, it's probably still like a 9-1. But the crazy thing is, if you add Odell, this team gets so much better. Like, he's so much better than Devin Hester and Jerry Rice. He's so much better. And then keep leveling up Randy Moss. This team could potentially, after Odell Beckham buy and one more Randy level up, if he even has one more. I don't know if he does until the full level, but that team would be going crazy for sure. So probably like a 9-2, and can potentially be like a 9-7 when it's all said and done here. And also Niners and Ravens are two really good theme teams. Next up, Steelers team. Use Chiefs, Debo. Okay, this is interesting. Full Steelers. This team probably won't be that great. So Steelers theme team is pretty good. Like, again, as a 25, you see like they have some life with Najee Harris and Franco, and even Juju as like a wide receiver 3 could definitely play. Does not have George Pickens card, which I'm not even sure what George Pickens' price is. I would imagine it's pretty crazy, just because 700K for this card. Probably another pretty bad buy, like a very bad buy. Like, he's not worth that. And honestly, even on a theme team, he's probably not worth that. For 88 speed, 600K, I'm not doing that. So on defense, pretty rough on defense. You have about two-ish good players. And Joey Porter's kind of stretching it. Paul Mall's a good user. Eric Berry's good. And then you have Patrick Peterson, who even I guess he's on a full team, right? He's on a full team, so that's pretty good. And then you got, you're using Derrick Henry. One of the cheats being Derrick Henry, I don't like. I would just use Najee. I would use Najee on a team. If you're trying to stay so strict, I would use Najee over Derrick Henry, especially with +2 speed. And then I would probably utilize that cheat somewhere else. Probably at like safety, for example. That's probably what I would do. I'm not sure how close you are to the limit of 55 players, but that's probably what I would do. The way this team looks right now, what I'm looking at, this team's probably like an 8-3, and that's with +2 speed on a lot of the players. So keep that in mind, which is kind of crazy. Next up, 25 Ravens, 25 Bengals. Gonna buy OBJ soon. Sadly, no good QBs. That's fine. So Jamar, I would probably cut T. Higgins once you get Odell Beckham. I would cut T. Higgins, and I would run Jamar Chase, Odell Beckham, and Devin Hester. And then you have Shannon Sharp for tight end. It's likely okay. Or Smith as well for the Bengals team. Then you have Raheem at running back. Did they get a... No, they did not. The Ravens and the Bengals both did not get any running backs. I don't know why I'm tripping. I thought they did. But, Raheem, he can play on a theme team. He's fast enough. May not be the most dynamic as far as making guys miss, but his speed is actually pretty good at the running back position right now. Charles Cross, I love the buy there. Team looks pretty good right there, man. Team looks pretty good. So, yeah, Marlon Humphrey, Deion Sanders, Marcus Peters, Ed Reed, Eric Berry. This team right here, you know, Bengals team is not good. They're not good. And pairing them with, you know, Ravens, you kind of can see how there is some life in it. There is some life. They won't get any DB upgrades. They won't get many defensive upgrades. Your only chance really is like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. That's really your only hope. Maybe like an Ocho Cinco card, but we already had one this year. So, yeah, Bengals team is always pretty tough. I can't remember a time besides when they made that one run to the Super Bowl where their team was even like considered as one that you could run. So, I'm going to give this team... looks pretty good. I'm gonna give this team a this seems interesting. It's probably like a 9-3. I'll go with the 9-3, 9-2. Okay, we're at about 20 minutes right now, so I'm just gonna speed run through like 5 teams real quick to try to bang some more out. So this team right here, Jamar, okay, Gronk, Marshawn, 25 Hawks team. No, okay, I guess you just put the guys that he uses in here. Okay, Hawks team with no, okay, you should, okay. I would say get Adrian Peterson, but then this team's about a 9-1. Next up, we have Kamari's team. I don't know what kind of team he has. Looks to be just like a God Squad team. Picked DK, Jamar, Odell, Bo as well. Bo's still RB2 in this game. And honestly, is the difference between Bo and Adrian Peterson worth it? I don't think so, but you know, to each their own. And then this team's probably like, again, like probably another 9 squad. Maybe like yeah, probably the same as the last team. Keep in mind, this guy's +1 speed. So, yeah. And then we have a Bucks team. Adding Revis Saturday. I sold him today. Yeah, Revis is pretty expensive. His price probably did go down today. So yeah, Buccaneers team. Okay, and then he's gonna get Revis back. So this team probably is it again another 9-1? It's probably like a 9 because you have a good O-line looks solid. Mike Evans with +1 speed. Kyle Pitts. Derrick Henry's there. You have Andrew Luck. So I don't hate going like half a 25 team with a God Squad is always good, right? Like, it's a pretty good team build right now. No matter what team you do it with, even when you saw earlier with the Jets team wasn't that good. Like they're not good. They have 2 good corners and Mike Vick. That's all they have. And still with a God Squad, he's still able to get a pretty good rating, a pretty good score, and have a pretty good team. So next up, we got Titans and a budget 25 most feared. I actually want to see this. This looks pretty interesting. Okay, Gabe Davis, Duvernay, 89 speed, Randy Moss on the Tennessee team, Derrick Henry. Yeah, low key, man, the Titans team is pretty decent budget. You know, Caleb Farley's budget, Adoree Jackson's budget, Derrick Henry's free, Randy Moss is free. So, I mean, a little 25 in there, I don't hate the Titans teams. This team right here is pretty decent. For like a budget team, it's still going to end up being like a 7-9, but yeah, up like as you go throughout the most feared promo, you're going to get better cards. And when you do, this team will get a lot better. And I actually do like the Titans team. The Titans team's pretty good. So, we have only Daz's team. I already did this team. Did I do this? Yeah, okay, I did. We got Hook on Spicy's team. Full Ravens with Odell, Hester, Randy, Waller. Pretty good. And then we got Marlon Humphrey, Deion Sanders, Marcus Peters, all +2 speed as well. So this team's really good too. It's a really good looking squad. And you have 4 good linemen on this team. I didn't realize how... Yeah, full Ravens is not bad. It seems probably like a 9. It's probably like a 9. For a full theme team to be a 9 right now is pretty... it might be... Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9. I think I'm still... Even with the bad O-line, I still got to give it a 9. Because he's +2 speed on all these guys. That's pretty crazy. That's a pretty good looking squad. All right. Rams most feared. We're going to end here with my man Lonnie's team. We're going to end here with his team. And he's got Rams, who I like, of course. Yeah, here we go. Jamar on the theme team. Odell on the theme team, Cooper Kupp on the theme team, Jerome Bettis for the Rams team. Okay, I don't hate it. Travis Kelce. And here I would probably, if you want to use a theme team running back or can only use a theme team running back, it's Marshawn Lynch. I would use him over Jerome Bettis. But obviously AP I think is the best. But then Bo, I think Bo is much better than using Jerome Bettis on a theme team. Charles Cross, love to buy. Most feared. Good sheet right there. Evan Neal on the most feared team is actually quite underrated. If you want, yeah, he's actually pretty good. Probably better than a lot of high overall linemen in this game, if I'm being honest with you. And you Isaiah Palomau, Jalen Phillips, most feared. Rams, Kendall Fuller, who I've heard pretty mixed reviews about. I might actually go ahead and try Avonte Maddox over him if you can afford it, or wait until part 3, because I would imagine that we should get a good corner in part 3. We have not got really like a big body corner in a while, so we're definitely due. And then I would assume that it'll be most feared or maybe AKA today. Maybe they already revealed it. So on this team right here, I'm going to give him a team solid, man. But the way it looks right now, it's probably about a 9. I think it's like a 9. There's a lot of like 9 teams right now. But that's what's kind of affordable. Like a 9 team right now is pretty affordable through grinding the most feared promo and things like that. So that's kind of where we are right now. No 10s today. But again, I do appreciate everyone who sends in their team. Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I wish I can get through more here, but the video would end up being 2 hours long. It really would. Is that a FIFA team? Oh, it's not called FIFA. EAFC? Like, what am I looking at here? Wait, you can mix on EAFC. Damn, man. That's kind of, I don't know what any of this means, but you got Messi, you got Antoine Griezmann. He loves D'Angelo Russell. I don't really know anything else. So this team's like a squad rating 89, 5-star. I don't know what that means. It looks good, man. This team, and you have De Bruyne. De Bruyne is hiding on the bench. That team looks pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, shout out to everyone who sent in their teams, though, man. I really do appreciate it. And again, if you want a chance to be part of episode number 11, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description. And yes, it is every single Friday the tweet goes live, and then just reply with a picture of your team, or you can send me this, whatever you want to do. Yeah, it's up to you, man. So yeah, I will see you boys in the next one.